Excellent stuff, Ben Sissel, as always. And as you can see, a beautiful day here at Road Atlanta as we get ready for our first race here on the live stream. And it's a cracker. The IGT Championship under Ken Wengler's tutelage, if you will, and organization has been superb. If you look down from the drone right now, we're on the second floor looking out down the pre-grid and looking at both the last corner and the first corner. So really looking forward to this one. It's breezy. It's chilly, actually. Decisively so, because the sun is shining, and we're expecting to get into the 60s here in Braselton, just outside Atlanta. And we will do 2 pace laps for this huge field. As we look down, this, as you can see in the bottom right, there's some show cars being shown off, and that's a nice view of the paddock there, which is our Trans Am paddock in the lower part, and then above there is the SVRA and IGT paddock. Talking of IGT, let me tell you about it. The Stuttgart Cup, as you saw, plenty of Porsches out there, and they are made in Stuttgart. So the Stuttgart Cayman Cup, and there is one of those cars. And we also have the Mission Foods GT3 Cup Championship, and that's for GT 3.6 litres, GT 3.8, GT4, and GT4R, as well as the exhibition. Then the Marinello Cup, like you heard from Ben, not a lot of Ferraris out there, but this is a championship open for Ferrari 360, Ferrari 430s, and Ferrari 458 and 458 GT. And last year here at Marinello, it really was a case of Pilgrim's Progress, because all 3 races were won by Andy Pilgrim. He won both the feature races 1 and 2, and then finished it off with a brilliant display in the Enduro as well. So Andy Pilgrim, definitely a man to watch, a man on a mission, so to speak. In fact, Andy Pilgrim, Corey Friedman, and Mark Sandridge were the winners in the first race last year. Andy Pilgrim, Corey Friedman, and then Reg Williams in race 2. Andy Pilgrim, Tom Pank, and Danny Lowry, who now races, of course, with us in Trans Am. Those were your winners, and I was just telling everyone it was kind of a case of Pilgrim's Progress last year, Ben Sissel, because Andy Pilgrim won every race there was.
Yeah, and that's pretty normal for Andy Pilgrim. He's a legend. And this year he thought he'd switch it up a little bit. He's going to be in our Stuttgart class, our Cayman S's. And Porsche just released those new 4-liter Caymans, which I think, and Ray Evernham, we were talking about it yesterday, may be the best car you can buy right off the floor in a race. And Andy Pilgrim in a Cayman is going to be crazy. We look right here to Tom Pank, pole position. His 2 sons are going to be in this race with us. I'm looking around. Do we have grid sheets down here yet?
Not yet. Lucas Pank is obviously the son of Tom, and like you say, family affair. But Andy Pilgrim leading the championship at the moment with, 82.5 points as we stand. Russell Wittenberg in second place with 75, and Anthony Bartone. Joe Rizzo, and then leading the Mission Foods GT3 Cup, that is Thomas Pank with 80.5. Pedro Torres and Marcel Fayan in third position with Stephen Hammond. Pretty breezy out there and quite chilly, actually. Pace car heading out, our Honda Civic.
It is. I'm trying to open up. We're getting an email. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to open up these grid sheets, but there they go into Big Machine Vodka. Turn 1. There goes Dave Tuati, Reg Williams, Stephen Hammond, Mark Matisse. There's Juan Gonzalez with Mission Foods, Jimmy Adams, and I'm going to let you take it over. Keep announcing those. You've got that open there, Jonathan.
Yeah, I got it here. Just to confirm, Tom Pank and pole, Corey Friedman, and they were first and second. Corey Friedman was second here last year. David Tuati in third position. Reg Williams on the podium here last year. He'll be doing the Enduro with Tom Long. Stephen Hammond, as you mentioned, fifth there. Mark Mathis and Mike Skeen is entered for the Enduro. And, of course, Mike Skeen currently in TA2. Juan Gonzalez in 7th. And then Jimmy Adams, who you spoke to just a moment ago, the man from the Featherlight Coaches, is in 8th position. Not bad.
Ooh,
Busy
Reg
guy.
Williams just takes out my Optima.
What the heck?
Brake marker.
What's that all about? This is meant to be a siding lap, not a destroy lap.
I don't know what happened. But now we have a great shot of those water bags that I used to weight down those brake markers, showing the drivers that they're not going to do any damage to the cars. But didn't want to show it that way. So Reg Williams, I don't know what happened there. But I tell you what, it is really cold outside, cold tires. And I think Reg Williams just wanted to make sure that he made our live stream.
You reckon?
That's very uncharacteristic of Reg Williams, one of our great drivers. He visits us, used to visit us just a few events a year, but it looks like he's doing the whole season, which it's great to have him out here in that 008.
Yeah, and this is a good view from high above of the Braselton circuit, famous for its Petit Le Mans. So these cars very familiar with racing here in October. That's their big event. But this one is going to be a cracking way to start our weekend of SVRA and Trans Am Speed Tour.
Now, we do have 2 pace laps. Have you gone through the field, Jonathan?
Not completely, no.
Yeah,
I got down to 10th if you want to pick it up.
Let's go through I don't have it. Let's go through the field if you don't mind.
Yeah, starting with then in pole position, Tom Pank in the 42, Corey Friedman in 2nd, David Tuati in 3rd in the number 68, Reg Williams, Tom Long, Stephen Hammond in 5th. Now we see what happened. He just, weird. Just cold tires, yep. Then Mark Mathis and Mike Skeen. Juan Gonzalez in the 81 and 7th. Jimmy Adams 8th. Brady Berman in 9th. Jody Miller and Pippa Mann in 10th position. Juan Feyan in 11th. Brian Sisley in, is it Sisley? I'll get it right in a minute. Robert Wisen, Andrew Davis, Marcel Feyan in 14th. Ricardo Stewart Milne in 15th, Scott Dager in the number 39 in 16th, James Hammond in 17th in the 176, Lucas Pank, you mentioned him earlier, in 18th position in the number 40, and then Carlos Jose Miguel in 19th position. Stephen Dunn is 20th, Ben Johnston is 21st, John Patrick Mullaney, who you got a quick word with in that 458, is 22nd, Alejandro Pimentel in 23rd place, Alejandro Chawan in 24th, David Kuchuri in 25th, Javier Ripoll in 26th place, Tim Savage behind him in 27th, Bill Aaron, Thomas Ballister, and then Rob Metka. And further down, Tim Haynes, Norm Goldrich, Carmen Rapucci, Chris Lee in the 227, Albert Luskazik, and Stephen McClear. Nicholas Pank, the other Pank, that's 3 in all, 35th in the number 41. David Willens in 36th place in the 981. 902 is Jack and Phil Gilsdorf, and then Nicholas Karangelen. And finally, in 39th position in the 111, Steve Dunn in the GT 3.6 Porsche.
I love it. 39 cars in this field. There are actually 2 international GT fields here this weekend because of the amount. If you're looking, Corey Friedman in the 014, he's running exhibition there in that beautiful Alpha R8. He wouldn't be running an exhibition if we had Geronimo Guzman here and Juan Lopez Santini. Unfortunately, they're not here, but they have Audi R8s, but we need a certain amount to be running for points. But he's out here running, giving us a great show as they come down to green, Jonathan.
Here we go, down the hill at Road Atlanta, and it's the all-green pole position man who leads them away. The green flag waves, 39 cars stream down the hill for the first time and head towards turn 1.
Look at Corey Friedman looking ahead of Tom Paint. Now, remember, these are cold tires, so they go side by side into turn 1. There's a good shot there, Lucas Pank, and that number 40 as they come up as we ride on board here with Patrick Mullaney, John Patrick Mullaney in the 458 Ferrari Challenge car. Watch the steering wheel down there at the bottom. That's showing the input as Tom Pank takes the lead, our pole sitter in that beautiful 4R.
Yeah, he got a great start. Came down the hill and got a march on Corey Friedman in 2nd place, David Tuati in 3rd, Gonzalez in 4th place, and Mark Mathis in 5th. So the field already spreading out as they head down towards the back of the circuit. And it's a long way back there. And then they run all the way back down to turn 10, where we pick them up again, and that, of course, is the most obvious place to overtake, but there are other places, like here.
Yeah, Mission Foods turn 7 is a great place for overtaking. Turn 8, the turn that you see them on right now at the top left of your screen, is probably the most important turn because it sets you up for this long, twisty straightaway.
Yeah.
It's not quite straight, as you can see right there as we follow along with Juan Gonzalez, Mark Matisse, and then Stephen Hammond. I'm not sure what happened to Stephen Hammond to be starting back there. Stephen Hammond's in that 7-2. That's Mark Matisse there in that beautiful white 7-7. Coming up the hill under the bridge.
Under the bridge, he's going for an overtake. Ooh, he got blocked there, though. And he has to sit back and wait for it. Lovely shot from the drone as they head down past our commentary position. But now comes the Martini car again, looking for a way past at turn 1 this time in the 72. Can't quite do it again. So this is good racing between the two of them. And this is a battle for, what, 6th place at the moment?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's Jimmy Adams right behind him. He's the front of the field in the 3.8 with Featherlight Coaches and Steve Hammond in that 4-liter. Mark Matisse in the 4.1. That's basically a modified 4-liter. And then here comes Juan Gonzalez ahead of them coming into Mission Foods turn 7.
Yeah, and 10 points for a win, and you've got to, in terms of a championship of 10 races, you've got to compete in 6 to be able to go for the championship. So any of those 6 points, any of those 6 races count towards the championship. And like we said, 3 different championships, the Stuttgart, the Marinello, and the Mission Foods GT3 Cup.
So we're on board with our Fixie Wheels camera.
Ooh, nice move.
John Patrick Mullaney, great move there into Mission Foods turn 7. But look at the steering wheel and the input that he is giving and the telemetry there inside the speedometer. Lots of data showing us. And watch his hands. He looks perfectly relaxed. As Steve Hammond on the inside of Mark Matisse, Jonathan.
Finally does it at 10A. That's the classic overtake here at Road Atlanta before going up the hill and under the bridge. And he does it with aplomb. And 14 minutes to go. And at the moment, on the march, Stephen Hammond in that all-red 72.
So look for him to start moving up as they come into Big Machine Vodka. Spike Coolers turn 1 as we focus in. There's Jimmy Adams with Featherlight Coaches 343 in a 3.8 liter, showing these 4.1 liters his fast line around the track.
Yeah, currently in 7th position. Just 10 seconds off the lead. It spread out quickly. That's what surprised me after only just 3 laps. Look at how quickly the field has spread out all the way down to 10th place, 15 seconds between them.
It's a cold day here at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta, so that means for some cold tires, look for them to start improving on their times on these Pirelli P0s. But what a great field of cars here. It's a beautiful day as they come in here to Mission Foods turn 7. There's Jody. Here's another one of our Marinello Cup competitors. Ken Fangler's going to be joining us here in the booth in a little bit. But, Jonathan, this is really turning out to be a great race throughout the field.
Yeah, it's spreading out, like I said, but we've got some good little pockets of racing throughout. Tom Pank starting to pull ahead. He's got a 1.9-second lead over Corey Friedman. They were both very good here last year, and I think I could tell by the excitement of you talking to all of them. It sounds like they've been locked up for a couple of years waiting to go racing. Ken's joining us now, and I'm sure he's got some bit of update or stories for us. What's happening, Ken?
Well, I'm just happy to be here, happy to be part of the SpeedTour event, and with International GT. Be careful what you wish for, as I've said a number of times. Here we are. We had 40-something cars, and we're 50-something this year. 2 groups and some great racing. We look for a fantastic race this afternoon, this morning, and tomorrow. So a great weekend here.
And now watch for Stephen Hammond, the car here in front of Juan Gonzalez in that Mission Foods car. Steve Hammond and Dave Tuati, both with TLM, gave us some great shows at Sebring. So look for Stephen Hammond to try to hunt down that bright orange 4-liter of Dave Tuati. As we look there, there's Juan Gonzalez coming into Mission Foods. But I'm really impressed, Ken, with is that Lucas?
It's one of the Pank boys.
I think that's Lucas Pank there.
Well, he's beached it, and that's at 10A, I think.
I believe so.
Well, that'll be Super Lake that's getting that shot. And I think, that's Lucas Pank in the 40, sadly.
10A is really tough to get right, especially on cold tires, on the cold track.
I got a feeling that's going to bring out the double yellow and a caution.
See, they're coming into 10A here, hard on the brakes, hard left turn to a right turn. There's Lucas here. We're seeing a replay.
Yeah, there you go. I think, he ran out of road, didn't he? Classic classic problem. You're coming downhill, you're braking heavily, like you say, potential of cold tires, and out he goes. And that will, I think, I'm going to check, but yes, the caution is out. So we're under caution here.
And I was looking at the film. It looked like he went way wide right. Might have been a little bit of a brake failure because he went into the grass and then into the gravel. And if you've that kitty litter, it's like the runaway truck ramps in the mountains. It will just suck the car in. And even if he was completely out of brakes, that will stop you pretty quick. It's going to make for some Kurt at Ultra Performance. It's going to make for a bad afternoon for him to have to clean up all that gravel. But, Ken, these huge fields that we're seeing in International GT, it is so much fun. This has to make you and Julie feel really proud.
Yeah, it's quite a long ways from when Bill Riddell and I started this with an idea, 9 years ago. And we struggled through the beginning years, but here we are in year 9 with record fields everywhere we've gone. And, we're very, very happy to have the customers, the teams, the drivers and the sponsors, our marketing partners. We just saw a great shot from John Patrick Mullaney in the Ferrari, Marinello Cup in the Fixie camera car. Great to have Fixie on board as one of our new sponsors. Other new sponsors, Surface Transform Braking Systems. Great to have them. We'll see their camera car later on in the weekend. So,
it is.
It's been great. There we are. Fixie Wheels camera car on the Ferrari. John Patrick Mullaney. He's mid-pack somewhere.
And I was trying to explain to the viewers, which I'm sure you can do a little bit better, but we've had a lot of Audi R8s. But he's running, Corey Friedman is running Exhibition.
Yep.
Because, where's Santini? Where's Gooseman? They should be out here in their R8s.
Yeah, they would love to be, and unfortunately, they're a misstep start, not their fault, but mechanical issues at Sebring, with fire on both cars, really had sent them back to the drawing board. And so we look to see them at Road America, our next race. They're planning to be there, planning to be at Mid-Ohio. So we will see a greater field of Audis, I think, as the season goes on, and we look forward to, put them in a regular class, Stuttgart Cup class, and, they'll be running for a championship.
So, go ahead.
No,
Yeah, guys, I'm just interested. Obviously, 10:30 in the morning. It was chilly. It's going to be chilly. They're not going particularly fast here. Restart's going to be important on those tires.
Yeah, at least they got some heat in the tires. I mean, these cars have been sitting all overnight, even with tire warmers. I mean, if you're at 40 degrees starting ambient temperature, you may get another 10 out of them, but it's not going to be 70 degrees ambient temperature or tire or rim or brake temperature. So it takes a while. So the good news is they'll still be on warm tires, not up to actual race temp, but they'll be in pretty good shape.
And if you have a time, now it's always nice to look at actually a little bit closer. Obviously, you can see what gear he's in at the bottom, in the middle. You can see where the wheel is. You can see his best lap at 130.6 and his last lap at 159, obviously under caution. Then on the left-hand top screen, he shows where he is on track. GPS gives us that. And then on the bottom right, we can see the water temperature, we can see the throttle, we can see the brake, and we can also see the rev. So a great onboard there from the Ferrari and several other cars, giving us a real illustration as to how these guys go about their racing. Water temperature, 84 degrees. That's about right, isn't it?
Celsius, yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah,
Celsius, yeah.
Yeah.
Heading down towards two very important corners. I stood on this corner yesterday. I hadn't realized how quickly you're on the power here, mid-corner, to just a blip. Before you head into a much tighter turn. But this, I think, is the key corner to Road Atlanta, getting out of this and onto the back straight.
Yeah, and there just never seems to be enough track on the outside.
No.
They add curbing and add this, and it seems you're always close to the dirt. And I think if you watch the replay of Lucas, I think what you might have happened there is that he got too close to the edge of the track. And when he got on the brake, all right, just an inch over there, and that difference didn't have the stopping power, and it hooked right and it sent him straight. He realized that he didn't have the stopping power to get slowed down to turn in towards the apex, because you see he just went straight. But the car, I think he was way out on the edge and just probably an inch over too far.
So down towards the 10A complex, and it's an interesting one, this. You're heavy braking, and then a little blip, and then you've got to get on the gas again early to get up the hill, because you can lose a lot of ground from that. Here we go again. He was really wide, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was way out there. Yeah, yep.
All right, we're green flagging away. And away go the leaders again. And Tom Pank in a defensive position now. And look at this for a chance to overtake Corey Friedman, looking for it. Can't quite pull it off.
Yeah.
And that was a good restart from Corey as they go back up the hill and over the crest and down through the S's. 6 minutes to go. Corey Friedman getting very racy. And I would say, Ken, this is probably his best hope this lap of getting past Pank.
I don't know, but Tom's making it interesting, isn't he? As he always does, both in the paddock and on the racetrack. So good racing from two very good, accomplished drivers, enjoying the moment of being on the racetrack.
But look behind him. You've got David Tuati and Stephen Hammond in the 4-liter class fighting for, and then Juan Gonzalez. So this could shape up to be quite a good race here.
Yeah, I'm sure, David the master, Stephen the student, but boy, Stephen's really come on, strong. Good young driver, and he's given the opportunity of David to drive in the rearview mirror for a lot of these races.
I see a debris flag on the track there at turn 8. As we come down, Juan Gonzalez looking on the back of Stephen Hammond coming into 10A, 10B.
Yeah, this is a good battle. He's got time to do it as well. 5 minutes to go in this one. This is the first of 3 races here this weekend. Another one later today and another big enduro tomorrow.
Bob Wyson there on the inside of 10A takes the position. Good to see Bob Wyson out here. Another one of your Ohio players.
Yeah, good move. That long time participant with International GT. I think he does every race with us, and he's been with us for about 5 or 6 years. Great to have him.
Tom Pank upping the pace on that last lap. He did a 1:24.1 to Corey's 1:24.7. That's Friedman in second place in the Audi. So if Tom can keep that pace, he should keep the gap as it is at the moment, which is 0.7, and that will give him the race win here. Pank, Friedman, and Tuati. Tuati is in third position, then Hammond, Gonzalez. That's a good battle there, and Skeen shown in 6th place in the 77.
Yeah, Juan's feeling very racy. He must have had an extra bag of chips last night at the party, man. Oh man! I mean, he must have got off that medium and mild salsa and went with the hot salsa. Went to the extra hot because he's hot on the track this morning.
All right.
On board here with John Patrick Mullaney and the Fixie Wheels camera car. You can see the turn 7 is a little bit banked, and then turn 8, this is where you have to watch him get onto the throttle here, hard onto the throttle, because this sets you up for this long straightaway. And it's funny that we call this a straightaway because there are turns in it, but it's pretty much flat out for every class of car.
It's a long way, too. If you've ever done it in a road car or any other, it takes a long time to get to the bottom of that hill.
Yep.
And we're doing just that now, coming into 10A. This is where that incident with young Pank took place, and that brought out the caution. Only one caution and 3 minutes to go as we take a look at the 008 of Reg Williams.
Reg Williams took out one of my apex markers earlier on the pace lap, and back on the gas there. Looks like nothing's wrong with it, so we know those things can break away, and he's giving Mark Matisse a run for his money right now. 3 long-time IGT competitors as they come in to Mission Foods turn 7.
How about this at the front? It really is hotting up nicely between Pank and Friedman in the Audi and the Porsche. In fact, there's nice little mini battles all the way back to Jimmy Adams there in the all-black 343.
I'm impressed with Jimmy Adams keeping up with these cars in that 3.8.
He had a respectable showing at Sebring, was in the top 10, but had some very, very good laps. So I'm surprised, but not surprised. He's obviously a very good driver, got a good car under him, and so don't be surprised. See him in the top 5 probably throughout the weekend.
Ooh, a mistake there by the leader. No question about it. As he got out of 10A, he had a little wiggle on, and that's allowed the Audi to catch up. In a straight line, they both seem to be on par, but the Audi just very good under braking, and this is the closest he's been with 2 minutes to go.
Well, this is what you look for, that mistake or bobble. This is the chess match right here.
Audi R8.
Beautiful car.
It is, isn't it? It's not often you see the Audi R8 in a straight fight with the Porsche like this, and it's great to see. Very different cars, but so successful world over.
Yeah, I can tell you this about Tom Pank, though. I hope Corey Friedman knows Tom Pank and knows him well, because Tom Pank can make that car really wide.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little too wide.
Yeah, no, that I'm sure.
Now, look at him go.
Yeah.
coming down to the right-hander. He's taking the outside line. He's going to get a good swing shot here, a slingshot here. And now I think he's going to tuck himself in right behind Tom Pank as they go down the back straight together.
Yeah, he should have the advantage with the draft here as we follow along this fixie wheels. Look at these S's here. This is really tough to get right. Downhill, cold tires, or cold atmosphere, I guess. Maybe their tires have heated up. Then back up. Great in-cars from fixie wheels, and here they come.
This is it. Chance for an overtake for the lead. Here comes the Audi. Looks to the inside. Can't quite do it. Pank holds on, and there's still time as they come towards the line again and down the hill under the bridge. And now he's going to have to build again. But it's pretty close between these two as they head down towards the Big Machine Spike Coolers turn 1.
I think Corey's playing a little chess here, Ken. Knowing Corey and he knows Tom Pank pretty well, he's going to try to set that up, I think, at turn 8. He's going to stay right behind him, take that different line. He takes a wide late apex at turn 7, set him up for turn 8, try to get the draft, and take him at turn 10A.
That's what he did last time, and you're absolutely right. I think you've got it nailed.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Pank, though, very good through the S's here. And this is where he's building that gap, but it gets very close. This is the area you're talking about at the end of this part as he comes into 7. You can see that wide line.
Late apex there. And ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about him running an exhibition. Exhibition on paper. As soon as they get on track, there's no exhibition class for the overall win. It's just racing.
Yeah, it's the car in front of you. Or in Tom's case, behind you.
Yes.
So the clock ticking down on this cracking race here, race 1 of 3. And here they come, down towards 10-8. And actually, Pank done a good job of getting the gap in. And that really doesn't give Friedman real chances to overtake, does it?
No.
Tom's going to have to make a mistake for Friedman to have a chance.
Yep.
And there is the checkered flag, and the all green and blue of Tom Pank takes the victory in the number 42 ahead of Corey Friedman in the 014. Tawadi comes across the line in 3rd in the 68, and Hamann in 4th in the number 72. Gonzalez, a good result in 5th, and Skeen rounds out the top 6.
Good race once we got Lucas out of the kitty litter. Was good, good start to the weekend. I think those guys could be proud of the race they just ran. They did a good job.
Yeah, and we hate to see incidents at all in International GT, but single car incidents, I know that's what you're looking for if there isn't a mishap like that. And knowing Ultra Performance and Kurt over there, they're going to get that car back out for the next session.
Yep. Well, they know one thing. They don't have to do too much to Tom's car, to Dad's car on this one.
Yeah, exactly. Just polish it.
Yeah, he's got the steed ready to run. There's our fixie in-car camera wheel car. It is the Ferrari of John Patrick Mulaney. I'd like to thank all our sponsors, Mission Foods, Sunoco Race Fuels, Interlaken, Pirelli.
Yeah, and that car finishing 20th overall. Any real surprises? I don't think so.
I don't know. I'll have to look down through the grid. It's such a large grid.
I know.
I used to be easy. I had it on one sheet. Now it goes to 2 sheets, and I'm going to be running out of here and get to the grid for the Cayman race.
Juan Gonzalez, 7th overall.
Well, as long as you're not 3 sheets.
Yeah, right, yeah. That's
here in this wind.
That's to the wind, yes, right. Yeah.
We're here all week. Anyway, great result for Tom Pank. Sadly, his son not making it, causing a little bit of drama going into the gravel there and causing the caution, the one and only caution. But a good race, and we've seen some nice views from the 458 Challenge car.
Gentlemen, I'm going to say farewell for the
Foxtrot.
moment.
Yep.
I'm going to head down to the grid for the next race, and great start to the weekend. Yeah, we look forward. This would be fantastic. So everyone out there watching, I hope they enjoy this, and stay tuned because SVRA, Trans Am, IGT, all coming up all this weekend. And thanks, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the Saturday and Sunday.
Pleasure to have you on board. Thanks, Ken. And like he says, there'll be another feature race coming up today for the IGT. My thanks also, of course, to Ben Sissel. So we'll take a short break here as everybody else does the same. We'll be right back from Road Atlanta. Stay with us.